It's a secret door where all the magic happens. Start going through your connections, because everything looks fine, nothing spraying here, but check this out. Take this guy. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Stepped away for like 30 seconds, and then this guy let go. We'll not fix this 1/4 inch line, but we're gonna get the Mountain Dew side up because we don't want to get murdered for having Mountain Dew down. Is we're gonna turn our water onto this, and we're gonna find out if our water leak is fixed. So we can actually see water going in, and we're just opening it slowly, just in case. You never know, might have messed up. I've already taken 1 or 2 baths today, so we're sitting fine. All right, full pressure, and then we're gonna plug it in and see what it does. Hopefully it turns on. Cool, carbonator's on. We're gonna let it get built up. And then we're gonna test our Pepsi side and make sure we're in good shape there, get that machine running. Then we're gonna fix our, we call it Coke side, but Coke and 7-Up side. Not gonna be quite ready yet. If you give me 30 seconds, I should be pretty close. All right, carbonator stop. Let's just verify we have carb water. What if we actually use water? There we go. We're gonna go through each one of these quick and do that. And then you can already see we got a valve here that we're gonna take care of that leak since we're on site. So it's worth going through all your valves. We already drove out here, so at this point we might as well go through everything, make sure we don't have any leaks on any of this stuff. All right, so our Pepsi side is up, so we're good to go there. Now we're gonna take care of this leak on this line right here. I think we have, yeah, we have enough line. I wonder if we should extend that. I'm gonna go grab some 1/4 inch line and we're gonna extend this. That's plenty. And we have our gas off. If we cut this and we didn't have our gas off, it would be and it would just be CO2, but it would be a pretty big leak. Off that one comes. And then I'm just gonna say this as somebody who's done it, just make sure when you're cutting lines, you know that they're both depressurized and the one you intend to. So like this line and this line next to it, that would be like 10 PSI of cherry and vanilla flavor. And I'm not feeling that today. That's a lot of flavor. Nice. I'll have to recover that. If you ever get a stubborn one, you can always just snag it with your Oticor crimper. Quarter inch line in this application is 13.3. We'll get them on there and get a little crimpy. There we go. Best way to test this, just turn our gas on. So you can hear we have some water in there, but I don't think we are leaking anymore. We'll know pretty quick when we turn the water on. Alright, so we're gonna go water on. So again, we're taking our time, we're not going crazy here. Alright, carbonator on. I'll get him plugged in. Just gotta draw some water off it quick, get it to kick on. So we just need to draw down enough to get the float to switch on, and then once the float switches on, we should kick on and build some pressure and make sure that we're not spraying water all over the place. Again. Alright, that looks good. Here's what I was a little bit afraid of. This is why we're getting a lot of water down here. So that backflow preventer has actually failed. So we're gonna unplug him and we're gonna chase after. Okay, so for sure that's probably our issue. End of the day, this could have actually been the beginning of the cascading effect of how this water all got shut off and how everything got kind of messed with under here. It happens. Stuff like that happens. People get under here. There's only a million hoses everywhere. So things get bumped. They could have just over time gotten brittle. So, but yeah, I think right there is going to be our problem that started this whole thing. So got to depressurize again because this is going to be the pump side. So there's pressure. That's why it's backfeeding in this tank right now. So, and people get worried and scared about doing this kind of work. As soon as you depressurize, you're fine. So we're going to just shut our gas off like we did before. Boop, gas off. Our water, we're going to shut off again. Carbonator's already unplugged, and we're just going to draw it down until we spit some air. I saved you all the waiting on that. So the only thing left is just carb, or your CO2 water. So gonna wait. It's not building pressure, so we know our CO2 is off. If our CO2 was on, we'd be blasting. So, and then if we give it some time, if we did, it didn't pick up any pressure. So we're good. That's gonna be the pressure in the tank right now, which is definitely more achievable than anything else I can think of. So, all right, let's get this guy swabbed. All right, let's get after it. So I will point out, yes, I threw gloves on, and I've done a very good job of making sure that I'm wearing gloves in most of my videos. This one I did not, and you may have noticed I now have a Band-Aid on. It's super easy to cut yourself, so that's why, as silly as it sounds, just make sure you throw your gloves on. There's nothing under here that should have been too sharp, but I found something, and it's not a bad cut, but you know, any cut's a cut. A little bit of pressure, yeah. Nothing scary. I'm currently holding a valve open too. All right, all taped up and ready to go. I'm not going too crazy tight, like I'm just starting to get there, and I would call it good right here. We don't need to hulk it on, it's not like it's driving down the highway. Plus this is a pretty big wrench, so it's brass, so we don't need to split it. There we go. Just gonna loosen up the other side quick, give me some play. If it starts to fight us too, we want to stop because we don't want to cross-thread this. Then we'll have a leak in a different spot. And when we repressurize, we'll look for leaks. Come on now. There we go. Best way to look for leaks, you got it. Turn the carb, or turn your CO2 on. That'll tell us really quickly if we got a leak. Once she stops flowing, then we know we're good to apply water. Alright, I don't hear any leaks. Water's on. Let's get the carbonator on. We get wet. Happy little carbonator. We're turning those on. I'm not getting wet this time, which is a bonus. Next, we need to make sure we get carb water up here. So, good opportunity. There's our banjo. Just give him a little tug. We got carb water. We're back in business. Both sides up and running. 4 little leaks taken care of. We got that one valve to take a look at. Maybe I'll go through all those. I do have another call to get to, so I think I'm just going to repair that valve quick, take care of that leak. It might be really easy. Maybe I'll show that to you too. Cool, let's get after this. So there's actually our issue. It's cracked. And that O-ring is, they've doubled up their O-ring for some reason. I'm not sure what they got going on there. So this thing's fully trash. Can work with that one. When you click it together, should be that height. So when you click it together, it should look like that, but it's sticking up. Oh goodness, there she goes. And then we'll just double check that we're not leaking water out of it. And we're not leaking now, so we'll throw away that one on them. Probably order them some fresh ones. Problem solved. Alright, and just like that, we are all wrapped up. Cover is back on. That one is out of order because we're replacing that flavor, so we don't have to worry about him today. And this is just a prime example of make sure you check everything when you're working on stuff. Play with lines. Make sure nothing's going to leak when you're done. Because the worst part about it would be if we didn't catch it, we'd be right back here. And this one isn't right in my backyard, so it would have been another hike back up to take care of a small leak. So hopefully this helps you out if you run into something similar. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.